I truly don't think that you can timeline jump, quantum shift, like start fresh, start new, decide to go after your dreams, decide to live your dream life. I don't think that you can take that path and avoid discomfort and avoid something happening, something like big that sort of reflects back to you everything that you've been working on. But I do think that the thing that happens, the big thing that really shakes everything up, is going to come perfectly at the time where you can reflect that you are changed, that you have been in the new timeline, that you are still deciding to be in the way that you actually want to respond to things. That even if it doesn't look great on paper, for some reason, you still feel an ease. You still feel like it's all going to work out. You still feel like it's all going to be okay. Even if you tell your friends and family about it, they're like, that's a lot. I would be spiral, like, it's probably definitely going to be projected if you feel like sharing with people in that space. But for you, if you know that you feel okay and you're going to be resourceful and you're going to respond the way that you need to that you want to respond in your highest timeline, in your jump, I think that's one of the final, not final, it's part of the beginning actually, which is crazy. We're just getting started, but it's part of the shift. I don't think I haven't heard a really powerful, like, jumping, timeline shifting, like I changed my whole life story without literally the crumbling at the beginning of it. And to actually witness yourself in the crumbling and realize that everything is going to be okay. It's actually kind of weird to kind of feel a little bit excited about the crumbling because it's just another step closer to the experiences you actually want to be having and the experiences you're creating. And like literally everything about the way you respond in this dip moment is going to ripple into the explosion of the dream life. Like it's just literally bound to happen. And it's all about the response, it's all about the clarity of what you want, and it's all about continuing to show up as you said you were going to. If I would have had this day any other day, just realizing things that need replacing in my house and like all this, like the price bills that comes with and everything else, I would, one, yeah, be spiraling. I would, two, feel trapped and not resourceful and not like I can get quotes around and like actually see what the real deal is and see through potential disillusion of, you know, pricing and stuff that can happen. Um, or yeah, it's all about being resourceful. It's all about how you approach this step. And also, 100%, I would have not felt like I could show up here in any sort of grounded way that felt like I actually had something to say or something to share that was important. And today I was like, oh, this is the most important video to do because this is still showing me that I can show up. It's not even in the chaos, it's just things that come at you that might feel like a little bit of discomfort and might feel like it's meant to shake up a little bit of your life. And it's just funny because, the AC unit and the HVAC system is literally all about comfort. That's what it's meant to do. And yeah, I don't know. It's just all connecting. And I'm noticing like my response to it feels so unnatural. I won't say that. It is natural. This is the timeline I want to be on. This is how I actually want to feel when problems arise. I want to feel calm and like collected and that I can handle it, and that's everything that I feel. And it's so easy to be projected the stress from everybody else and to just continue deciding, no, I'm still going to show up today. I'm still going to do what I need to do. And this is actually all in perfect alignment and it's going to be okay. And the thing is about all of this is like, okay, what if I'm wrong? Like you could be there like, oh, it's not going to be okay for her. It's not like, one, I'm not adopting that for myself, but also it's like, okay, end of the day, say it's not. I would so much rather still feel this way throughout the whole, like, have this hope, feel this way, approach the situation this way, not completely dysregulate my whole system over something that I know isn't bigger than me. Like, it feels like nothing because I'm bigger than everything that I need. I'm bigger than the house I want to be at. I'm bigger than the money I want to make. I'm bigger than the dreams I have. Like, it's all coming from me. I'm the source. I'm here. Like, all of this is what's going to be created from my mind and my vision and my daily actions. So everything, whenever you're switching your mind and viewing it like that, it's water off a duck's back. And that's how I want it to feel. And so I have to just treat it like that whenever the problems are arising and whenever things are happening and shit's hitting the fan or the fan's not turning on or there's leaks and like all this stuff. Like, it's actually so divine that it's all happening because at the same time where this is all representing discomfort for me and it's the system at which I feel comfort every single day, yeah, it has to shake up. Like, literally, it has to fall apart so that the new one can come. Like, literally, the full replacement. Like, isn't that crazy? I'm getting replaced the comfort of my actual home, and my system right now is replacing the comfort of how I feel in my everyday life, even though everything's kind of shaking up right now. And this is like the most important video and most important time that I have to show myself that even in what someone else might call chaos and what I maybe once called chaos, I still show up because these are just my real experiences and I'm just having a conversation and I'm trying to figure out how life moves through me in this way and how I actually want to show up whenever problems arise and discomfort happens. I think that's kind of the biggest thing for me. I remember I did a video maybe earlier in March. I think it was titled like, you still exist at the bottom of everything, and it's like the disappointment portal. Discomfort kind of feels like the same thing as disappointment. In terms like this, it's a little bit different. It's a little different of a flavor because I feel like disappointment is like, I tried and I didn't get the result I want. And my lesson for that is like, you still exist there. Like, the reason you hate and want to avoid that disappointment so bad because it feels so terrible is because as soon as you feel that disappointment, you abandon yourself and you pretend that you're not real because you don't want to see yourself in disappointment. But like, now you can reprogram and be like, hey, at least I tried. Like, that's my success. I'm actually not disappointed at all because I keep trying and I keep showing up, and that is more important to me than the disappointment of something not doing well, because the results don't actually matter ultimately. The results don't matter when you're showing up for yourself. So discomfort almost feels like this similar muscle where maybe before it felt so destabilizing because I would self-abandon when I felt uncomfortable about something, when I felt uncomfortable about money, when I felt like literally just stressed all the time that something would break in my, like, in my house, in my home, in my space, in my car, in everything that represents freedom, just having this low level anxiety that something would happen. And then to finally do all this work, have something happen that needs replacing, and just be like, it just needs replacing, and neutralizing the experience finally for myself. But I literally have to experience proving to myself that the experience is neutralized by it happening. I can't just continue imagining that I am healed. I mean, it's actually just so funny that all of this is happening because I think in my taking action, I forget what I titled it. I think it was like, you're ready now. Like, no more excuses, from the soft era to the like bold action. I was talking so much about, it's just a different flavor of the healing journey, because yes, you need that soft, like almost cocoon, isolated time to heal. And you also then need to prove to yourself that you have, by taking the action and actually responding to yourself and your situations and the AC needing full replacement differently. Like, you need to prove to yourself that you respond to that differently, and that you don't take on the stress that everyone is trying to put on you, because it's the stress they feel, and that's okay. But to just stay centered and be like, this is all happening, and it doesn't even feel like the fake, like, but are you really stressed about it? No, I actually truly don't feel that way. And it actually almost feels really difficult to articulate, because I know the stories around everyone's experience is that it is really stressful. It's been stressful for me in the past when I've needed to replace things that came out of nowhere in other houses and stuff. And truly, to just, like, I don't know, you don't have to believe me, but I am I am my witness to my body, and to feel like, wow, something really has shifted, because I feel so neutral about this situation. And that's the freedom that I've been working on feeling for so long. And so, of course, like, everything needs to fall apart, but really everything's just falling in place. And literally the comfort system of not only my physical home, but my emotional body needs to be replaced, or needed to be replaced. Like, I feel like the body is there, but it needed to be replaced, and it just needs to catch up with where I'm at now. And like, this is where this is when I would quit before. This is when, um, yeah, basically this is when I would take this as a sign that I wasn't doing something right. And now I'm taking it as a sign that I'm doing everything right. It's literally just a matter of perspective shifting, which is crazy. Like, the situation in itself is nothing different than stuff falling apart, life falling apart. And it's just the perspective shift, which everyone has access to. Everyone has access to change their perspective and feel free in no matter what situation they're in, and feel like they are resourceful, and feel like they can figure it out, it's that self-trust that I've been working on so hard, and it's just something that is reflecting back self-trust. And yeah, so it just feels like confirmation that I'm in a new timeline, and things are like shifting, and how I respond now is actually the most important place to show myself that it's all going to be okay, and just to keep going. And that's it. And yeah, like, maybe I'll spiral about it a little bit, but that's just part of the process, And it's just, I don't know, it's exciting. I truly do feel like it's spiritual that my AC broke. It needs complete replacement. Like, I'm just like, yeah, of course. No wonder. Like, it also almost feels like, wow, I can't wait to see what's around the corner now. Like, this is what happens to everyone when something really cool is around the corner. Um, you know? So that's where I'm at today. And somehow I do really feel very grounded about it and very fine and very just neutralizing the situation and being resourceful and making sure I get the quotes that I need for the people, like, making sure everything's all good. um, but yeah, I'm just glad I can get to this point where I experience disappointment, I experience discomfort, and I don't self abandon. I don't pretend I'm not real because it's an experience I don't want to have. And like that alone, I feel like makes me really proud of myself because I did just used to self abandon so that I could only file the good away in my brain. And that was the only thing that was ever okay to have. I have a talk from last year that was like, how you feel about the weather is how you feel about yourself. And there were periods of time in my life, or literally probably before last year, where I truly felt like I could only have a good day if it was sunny and pretty temperate. Like today, like basically only having a good day between April and mid-May and mid-September and October where I live was the only days where it was just like, oh, I feel alive, I feel human, I feel good. If it's raining, if it's too hot, if it's too cold, I literally just felt like I didn't exist. But it was because like I was I mean, I go way more into it in that talk, but it was basically like how I actually felt about my internal. If something was bad, if something was off, if everything just didn't feel like pretty even keeled and pretty good, I just wasn't real. And I just felt like I didn't deserve to exist. And I didn't ever want to remember that part of the journey. But it's actually those parts of the journey that people are most interested in anyway, or like that's really fascinating to people because I feel like it's so easy to just be happy when things are going good and like kind of feel that, like it's so easy to like see someone, I don't know, with a lot of success or like having all this stuff happen, their movies coming out, their books releasing, and like be like, yeah, it's easy for that person to be happy. They have this really big thing happening, but it's actually like more interesting, and we lean in closer in interviews and people we admire and stuff when they're talking about how they responded to something difficult in their life, because that's where the real shift happens with people. And that's where you can actually change your perspective to then feel the good way easier and way like, if I can still feel this good and approach something difficult with this attitude and this intention, when it's all going good, excuse me, when it's all going good, like, uh, that's just going to feel so much deeper because it's like, and I know it doesn't have to be good to feel good. I know it's just a bonus, and I'm not like siphoning off the high of it feeling good, At a baseline, I feel pretty neutral. This is a bonus. This is a crazy day, but it's not destabilizing in any way. And so if this doesn't get to destabilize me, the highs don't get to be the baseline of what I like. That's the only time I can feel good. I can neutralize it and just notice, oh, this is a good experience. This is a little crazy, but it adds to the plot. And I think that's just what I'm learning and where I'm at and why I still had to show up today. And I was still just like, well, you know, someone's coming later. I gotta do my video. And, I had something else I thought I was going to talk about while I was on my walk before the quotes came in. And I was like, that's not what feels real today. And not what, like, I was going to talk about the new moon and how all the planets are in Aries, and all of this also ties into this. It is the new moon today. Everything's in Aries. This is the fresh start, which is just crazy that it's all happening on a day like today. But I'm here. I'm here for the fresh start. I'm here for the new, and I can truly feel how different my body feels about situations like this. And yeah. Yeah. I hope you have a good new moon, and I just want you to know if this week's felt crazy or if something crazy like this is happening, especially if you keep putting one foot in front of the other, going after a really big dream of yours. This is the time to press forward and keep going and put your head down and lead with your heart and share your truth, like I think that's what, maybe that was part of the destabilizing um, nature that was supposed to be today, was, I don't have to have these perfectly wrapped points. I mean, I love them, and then they're good hooks and they're good, like, whatever, but I truly just want to get on here and connect and share stories and share my perspective and hear from you guys. And that's why I'm here, And you can really only do that whenever you bring the walls down and show your full self in whatever state you're at. And filters are good. Filters are necessary, especially when you're still working on fully loving and accepting yourself and fully being okay with yourself and not needing the validation and not all that. Like, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's gonna just feel so much more powerful when things are coming from your real experience, and you can really just sit with where you're at right now and share it and you know connect. So that's where I'm at. Need to go make lunch and maybe take another walk. uh, and yeah, I hope this was at all helpful. If you are if everything's falling apart, it's maybe falling in place. Uh, don't bypass the disappointment or the discomfort, but just don't abandon yourself in it. Just be there and be like, you still exist whenever you feel discomfort. It's okay. You still exist whenever you experience disappointment. And all we want to be is real to ourselves, right? So I feel like that's all you got to do. And happy new moon. And let's all jump on this fresh start. I'm going to have the cleanest air now, and I'm going to get all the vents cleaned out at the same time, I think, so it can just really be fresh. Fresh. That's my word for at least today, but maybe even the next few weeks. It's just like fresh. We're fresh, So, tell me about your fresh story below, or the crumbling that happened before something really good. Give me some encouragement. And if you don't know what to say, butterfly emoji works. If you know, you know. And yeah, I will see you all tomorrow probably. Thanks for being here and watching.